Let's go to the Gold Coast now. Joining us live is the Shadow Home Affairs Minister, Karen Andrews. Karen, good to see you. Thanks for your time as always. You've got a hole in your team at the moment, Karen, with Dutton in the Alice. Who do you hope is the new Indigenous spokesperson?
Well, I think there's a multiple group of people who could potentially take on that particular role. It's ultimately a decision for Peter Dutton to take, and I know that he will give that very careful consideration. So I guess along with you, I'll get to wait and see.
Sure, there is a strong push for Jacinta Price, though. Should the fact that she is with the Country Liberal Party stop her from taking the role?
Well, I think if you look at making sure that we have the best possible team going into the next election, that we need to look at how we put that together. And I would hate to see there being some issues taken into account that don't give us the best possible team that we have going forward.
Would you give her the tick of approval?
Well, I thought you might keep going with that, Pete, because that was a very wordy answer that I just gave you on
Come on, give me something, Karen.
Look, okay, all right. I will. I think Jacinta Price is an excellent senator. I think she's well across all of the issues. And if she is chosen to be put in as the next Shadow Indigenous Minister, she would have my support 100%.
Okay, the other name that has been tossed about at the moment too is Senator Karen Liddle. Would she be a good option?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And to be honest, I've spent more time with Senator Liddell than I have with Senator Price. I think Karen Liddell is excellent. I think she understands the issues in the Northern Territory. She's a senator for South Australia. She would absolutely be fantastic in the job, and she, of course, would have my 100% support as well too. So I think the coalition is in a great position that we have two very obvious choices, but of course there are others that who may well step into that role, and I'm very confident that Peter Dutton, with the support of David Littleproud, will make sure that we have the best possible team going forward.
Are you willing to endorse one this morning?
No. Okay. Because I'm not across where those discussions might be at this point in time. I have an enormous amount of respect for both Jacinta and Karen, and also there are many others in the team that could well step up into that role.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm sure there'll be a good response.
Worth a try anyway. Now, Queensland is swinging more towards the no side of things, according to the latest polls, Karen. Will the loss of Julie and Lisa be a blow or a benefit to your campaign?
Well, the loss of Julie and Lisa from the Shadow front bench is a loss, clearly, to the coalition. He was certainly a very valued member of our Shadow team, but he will continue to work with us all from the backbench, and he's made that very clear. He's also made it clear that he's going to continue to prosecute from the backbench an alternate model. But I think the more that I talk to people, the greater is their concern about what is being put forward by Mr Albanese. And let me be really clear, I am extremely disappointed that the Prime Minister has decided that he will follow a course of action and not listen to alternate views that are being put, which may well result in the referendum going down. This is a bloody-minded approach by the Prime Minister to a very significant issue here in Australia. And quite frankly, if he's not prepared to talk and listen to his parliamentary colleagues, I think that does not indicate a very positive response should the voice be established. So I think it's appalling conduct by the Prime Minister.
And you would back, as Peter Dutton has done, the AFP being sent into the Alice?
Absolutely. I've raised this before, and I think really the Attorney-General needs to step up and explain why he has not sent the AFP into support the Northern Territory Police in Alice Springs. This should have been done months ago, but he's sat on his hands. He's done absolutely diddly squat to support policing in the Northern Territory, and it's time for him to step up and take a bit of responsibility.